Hello. Welcome back to Good Morning La La Land. We're here with my good friend Chad Johnson. You know him from The Bachelorette, The Bachelor, and of course from E's Famously Single. Thank you so much for coming, my friend.
So nice to meet you.
Yeah, for sure. Nice to meet you guys.
We're so excited. So talk to us a little bit. I follow your Instagram account, of course, dude, and you're shredded. You just get more and more shredded. And of course, I got to ask you what you do in terms of just working out. Like, how do you stay so motivated to work out?
Well, I live right above a gym, so that's certainly
Step one.
Yeah, no excuse.
Yeah, literally, I just go downstairs.
All the girls are like, which gym? We're just going to be knocking on the doors up top.
That's right.
But other than that, I mean, I just, I plan every meal, and, I go run in the mornings. So running in combination with, working out for an hour and a half every day kind of makes it to where I can eat and do whatever I want. And still maintain.
So, Chad, what is it like? Come on, honestly. Like, we want the dish. Like, do you love your life? Is it hard? What has it been like to be through all this and be seen in the eyes of so many people?
It was really weird. When you first start out, it was like, this inrush of just people and lights and flashes and cameras and everything constantly. And so you're kind of trying to figure out, I spent a lot of time versus everyone else, everyone else goes to parties and enjoys the light. I was trying to figure out what it was I was doing with all of this. So, I've rolled it into, I've got a supplement company and fitness plans and all these different stuff I'm doing, and then I do, stuff like this. But I think it's just, it's been super interesting to kind of figure out where it all goes.
Right. And so I'm curious, what have you learned about yourself in this process? Right?
Absolutely nothing.
Cameras are off.
I'm great.
Yeah, you're great, right?
No,
real Chad Johnson.
I think the one thing that I learned is when you watch yourself on camera, when you see the way you look from others' perspective, you are amplified, whether it's on TV or not. At first I like to do interviews and say, oh, what I did was just amplified because of the cameras. But I've started to realize over time, that's just how I am. I'm just like a big personality, I guess. And sometimes, I need to tone it down. So that's one of the things that I have definitely learned. It's
so interesting you say that. Of course, we worked with Dr. Darcy on Famously Single. And one of the things that she would say that I always thought was very brilliant is that lots of what we can perceive in ourselves or others as weaknesses are really just strengths that are dialed up real high, but they're dialed up in a context that makes them look bigger than they are, And I found that to be true in my own life, that certain things are strengths really, but I just dialed them up in a context that is uncomfortable for me, or maybe I shouldn't have dialed it up in that particular context. But it's one of the things that I've loved about you on Famously Single, that I love about you in real life, is that you're a real guy, and you've always been a real guy, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, of course. I've tried to maintain that on no matter what it is I've been doing.
Yeah. Has it been tough, sort of walking that authentic path while you at the same time try to deal with the media stuff? And
it has. It's been very hard because you're pushed in all different directions to give a different persona or whatever. While at the same time, my whole thing and my whole persona is to be real and be authentic. I'm not going to lie, and I'm not going to fake something that's not true. So doing some TV stuff and having to turn on authenticness when the cameras come on it can be a little bit difficult.
Totally. So how do you now, you've gone through this and you wonder who's in my life that's authentically cares about me, whether I have this title, whether I don't. How do you weed through people? How do you do that?
I'm the type of guy that I'd rather have 2 or 3 good friends than have 800 random. So I, for the most part, stick to myself, hang out with my dog. I've
Pumpkin.
got Pumpkin.
I think Pumpkin is a ladies' magnet.
She is, not on purpose. I mean, I inherited her, but when I take her out, she's super friendly too, so it can be a lot of work.
It's awesome. You can just see big masculine Chad walking around all ripped up, and there's a tiny little pumpkin.
People never expect it.
So what are you hoping to use, the fame and the notoriety you have from all these reality shows? What are you doing with it now?
Right now, just basically internet entrepreneurship. So, I have my companies. I'm still looking to start another clothing line. I'm looking to do some other things and just kind of do more of this. I don't really have a full long-term plan of exactly what it is I want to do. Open to anything.
Open to opportunity in meetings.
Right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Meetings after meetings after meetings.
In meetings. Right. I like meetings.
Oftentimes on here, we love the stories of, we love inspirational stories, and really there's a common denominator to it, which is people have to overcome hard things. And from what I understand, your mother passed away, is that correct?
Yeah.
Was that kind of what you would consider your darkest hour, or what was the hardest thing?
Yeah, probably so, because my mom was like my best friend, so I talked to her about everything. She was the first person I went to when I made a mistake or, anything happened in my life. And she passed away about 6 months before my first show.
Wow.
And so I didn't really, all during that time, I was actually trying to get in shape for the show. I mean, I was working out 5 hours a day. So I had no time from the time she passed until the show started, until the action and all the, appearances and things like that happened to ever really, what's the word?
Grieve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I never had that opportunity. So it just kind of fell by the wayside until eventually, I guess it kind of, it just kind of hopefully down on the inside I'm better. I feel like I am, but it just took a while.
Have you taken that time now?
I think so. I think it's been a long enough time where, I didn't get to do it all in one short period of time like a normal person does, but over the course of 2 years, I believe so.
What would you say to somebody who's going through something similar? Maybe somebody that's lost someone, or just feeling real down. How do you work through that, Chad? Was there anything that you learned that was helpful?
I think the one thing I learned was, honestly, the best thing to do is know that you can't do anything about it. Try and look at the positives of your life, and it'll pass. You're going to learn that life goes on, and life will be okay without that person. You just have to find the strength within yourself.
It's incredible. You probably, I'm guessing at that time, did you also find that you were able to lean on a couple people that were helpful and supportive in that way?
For sure. Yeah, I did have my, my sister and my father, so.
Nice. Well, we know that all relationships are eternal, so we know that she's with you now, and so just giving it a big shout out. So what's the main thing you think she taught you out of everything?
I think to not take life so seriously. That's the number one thing I pride myself on, is being authentic and being able to have fun with life. You know? At the end of the day, it's all about just enjoying what's around us.
So if you had 3 wishes.
Okay, 3 wishes.
And having fun and being authentic.
Okay. 3 wishes?
3 wishes.
Okay. Can I wish for more wishes?
That's my first response every single time. I'm using that one to get more wishes. I'm sorry.
Exactly. I would say number 1, my next goal is to get a house on the beach somewhere so that I can give my dog a place to be able to, like a doggy door, so she can walk outside. It's hard going from an Oklahoma place with a yard to where she can go do her own thing, and then to an apartment where she has to ask me for every time she wants to go do something. Number 2, just to keep my career going, I don't know where that's going at this moment, but I'm just open to everything. And then number 3 is just, I guess, just the health. Hopefully I maintain. As long as I got my health and I got money, I'm good.
Sure.
Yeah, health is our true wealth.
Health, money, family. Yeah.
So it's Friday, so what are you up to this weekend?
I've got a couple dates planned, and
Speaking of dates, so you're on the show with Rob. I'm famously single on Eve. And I'm very curious, is there anything in particular you learned from Rob or in the relationship with him?
I'll say the one thing that I learned about you was you said to always walk in the room and assume that everybody likes you. And, I think I'd slightly done that to an extent before, at least with girls I did that.
He's like, I just know.
Right. Yeah. But then I was like, I could do that with everybody. I don't have to do that just with a girl that I like. So
has that improved your relationship with men?
Yeah, it has.
Really?
Actually.
I love that. I love that.
It's interesting, and this is one of the things that I love about you, Chad. I mean, he's got incredible, remembers things like that, and I honestly didn't even remember saying that, and but it's definitely like one of the most important things, because we often enter a room and we immediately assume that either people don't like us or we have to prove to them that they should like us. And when we do that, we actually set ourselves up for failure, because we do all kinds of things to give them the impression that we're not likable. So I love that you share that, Chad. It's really deep.
Yeah, that was really good.
So cool. That's awesome. Well, so fun to see you guys together.
Yeah.
I'm excited for all the projects.
Good
I'm
to be
sure
back.
coming up. Where can people find you? I know you have a supplement company.
Yeah, my supplement company is Destiny Nutrition. We do fat burners, and it's basically a women's fitness and weight loss thing. So also have like meals they can have delivered to their houses. And then
I'd like to sign up for that challenge, please.
She takes all the challenges.
I do.
But yeah, and then, you can follow me on Instagram at RealChadJohnson, and my website at realchadjohnson.com is where I have all my fitness plans and everything.
So working out, nutrition, and I thought you just like tripped and got shredded. I thought that's the way it worked. Apparently not, huh?
There's a lot of extra work.
So 5 hours a day.
That's what I was doing before the show. I mean, now that I'm in shape, it's pretty simple. But
So
I mean, I had like 3 months.
5 hours, maintaining how many hours?
What's that?
To get there is 5 hours a day. To maintain is how many hours?
to get there, for me, I was about 30, 40 pounds overweight when I found out that I was going to be on the show. So to do that in about 3 months, yeah, I had to do a lot.
Wow.
But now that I'm in shape, it's like, it's easy to stay there. Just don't make stupid decisions.
Easier said than done,
Easier
right?
said than done. Okay, well, so nice to meet you. So excited. and
Yeah, for sure. Thank you,
So
guys.
cool to hear the journey for
you,
sure.
ladies.
So we're going to take a little break, come back and talk to two amazing experts about matchmaking and being a wingman and all that good stuff. Stay tuned.